1137. Your articles were brought up during the trial of Hashim Thaçi in The Hague. Can you tell us your thoughts on his case? So this was the leader of the Kosovo Liberation Army. I covered the war in Kosovo. I was, along with my photographer, Wade Goddard, I was the first reporter to travel with armed units of the Kosovo Liberation Army, specifically in Drenica, with Adam and Hamza Jashari. As a matter of fact, when we went to their town, they were quite proud of the fact that they had held off Serb paramilitary force. Having covered a lot of war, I told both of them that they better get out of town because that was a probing force. They didn't listen. And of course, then you send a probing force in just to find out, where gunfire is coming from, what particular house, how much gunfire, and then you send in. That's classic military technique. And they were all, then the large force came in, they were all killed. And 2 weeks later, roughly, I was standing in a warehouse with all of their bodies. And of course, Adam and Hamza had their throats slit. And Thaçi was a figure at that time, not a particularly important figure, but as the war went on, he was quite ruthless in terms of assassinating his rivals, which I wrote about through dissident command, because I knew the KLA dissident commanders, and it was that particular investigative piece that was used at The Hague. It's not the first time something I've written has been used at The Hague. I also, during the war in Bosnia, for instance, documented the rape camps that were set up by the Serbs, where they would take Muslim, often mothers and daughters, rape them repeatedly over a period of weeks, and then take them out to the Drina and blow their brains out and throw their bodies in the water. So that was also used. I have no problem with that. I don't, I think when we cover atrocities like that, we want those who carried out those atrocities to be held accountable. That was certainly true when I reported in Gaza. And it's the Hague is, it's justice for some and not justice for others. The war criminals that we produce, one of whom just died, Dick Cheney, Rachel Maddow, showing up at the funeral, they're never held to account. But, at least some are held to account. This is